Oh, traveller, you're a long way from home. But while you're here, let's tell us a tale. A tale of the fall of Plaguestone. I'm Graham, and I'm playing Thugrin Barkbiter, the dwarven druid, and his faithful bear companion, Oakenclaw.
And I'm Sarah. I play Lyra Lazarine, the half-elf ranger.
I'm Brian, and I play Lena Bellis, the halfling barbarian.
I'm Garrett. I play Ruckus of the Chitterskull tribe, who is a goblin bard and aspiring hero.
I'm Ross. Oh man.
Ross is getting
One of
confused
us is
already.
Ross. Possibly even
Either
both.
Ross.
I'm Ross. I play the human wizard Aviana.
And I'm also Ross. I'm playing Ardor, the human champion.
And I'm Patrick. I'm the GM. I hope to cause said fall of Plaguestone.
It's all your fault.
Or yeah, we will see. We will see if these six can possibly stop me. So you're a group of 6 people who don't really know each other. You have decided, for whatever your various reasons, to take passage on a trading caravan, a relatively small trading caravan, with a dwarf by the name of Bort. Oh man, what is his last name?
Bargath?
Bargath.
Bargath. Yes, it is. I have a lot of stuff. So Bort has spoken with each of you individually, maybe together, but it's been pretty quick. He's in a hurry. So he is willing to take each of you on as passengers, you are passengers, for just a handful of coppers to make your journey to the port city of Almas. You'll be traveling from here in Isger, taking a relatively safe passage to the south through a couple of mountain ranges, but you will crucially be avoiding Cheliax, which can be an unpleasant place for a lot of folks. So you'll be making your way south, and he's kind of in a hurry, so he doesn't quite have enough time to introduce you to the rest of his caravan yet, but he gathers you all together, and he says, well, it's time we really got to get going, but I think this is going to be a lovely journey. I hope I won't have need of your combat services, but if I do, you'll all be together in the traveling cart, and he takes you just outside to where his caravan is parked, and you meet the first of the individuals on this caravan. It is a man named Cookie. So Bort introduces him. Bort says, this is Cookie. He's going to be in charge of the cart that you will all be in. Now, if you all load up, and we'll get going. So this...
Show me, Cookie.
He looks like this. He is elderly.
He's beautiful.
Now, he must be quite old.
Okay, that answers my question, which was Cookie as in biscuit, or as in someone who cooks?
As in someone who cooks. So you can see that at the back of this wagon, I said cart, it's really a wagon. At the back of this wagon, he has this big, like, cast iron pot that has food in it. It has a stew in it right now. If you touch the pot, maybe you'll find out something interesting. But the other thing about Cookie is he has one ear. Even in the art, it's not just that he's turned to the side. He's actually missing an ear. So Bort sort of shoos you all onto the caravan and says, I'll introduce you to everyone else this evening at the campfire. And everybody gets going. So there are about 6 different wagons. You are in the second to last wagon. The last wagon just has supplies. So all of you are the passengers. You're with Cookie. And your journey begins. Is there anything that anybody in particular wants to do while your journey is just setting out this first day?
So if the wagon isn't traveling too quick or too fast, I'm going to have my bear, Oakenclaw, kind of patrol beside it, because I don't think he'd be very comfortable, or other people would be very comfortable in the wagon with a bear.
So Oakenclaw can keep up, because like the point of these wagons is not to go fast. The point of these wagons is to carry. So you are able to do that. And actually, I'm gonna just real quick here. Is there anything that anybody else would like to do? I am working on some papers.
I want to ask Cookie about the stew. Okay. I want to know if the stew is ready yet. If you need anybody to test it to make sure.
He says,
like to volunteer.
He says, well, little one.
Hey, don't call me little.
Feisty.
Well taken.
Thank you.
It is ready. It is often ready. If we run out, I will make more the next evening. You can have a small amount if you would like to take.
I would. It's almost time for second breakfast.
Yeah. Do you have a bowl or something along those lines?
I have an adventurer's kit. It has a. No, I don't think I have a bowl. I have rations, but. That's gonna be a problem.
You could just use your hands.
The adventurers pack would have like.
I mean, like it doesn't. Which seems.
Maybe rations include a bowl.
Rations is included in the adventurers pack. Yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't say anything about like cookware or something.
Yeah, no, that's extra.
Cookware is something you can get.
It doesn't say mess kit. What I'm looking for.
Yeah, like you would. I would imagine that it would contain that.
You're a barbarian. Eat with your hands. Just dip your hands in there.
No, let him like fill your hands. Don't be so unsanitary.
I am a civilized barbarian.
Oh yeah, for sure. Safety precautions, you should let him fill your hands and not drink the soup.
This is Plaguestone. So we have to assume all COVID precautions.
Please.
I am happy to say that you each have, as part of your adventurer's kit, you have basic eating utensils. A wooden bowl that you can also use, like maybe a wooden bowl, a wooden cup, and like a spoon. So we'll say you have that. Yeah. So you taste the stew, and it's pretty good, actually. Make a survival check for me.
A survival
First
check.
roll of the campaign.
Big 8.
Off to a great start.
Good job.
A roaring
You
start.
cursed us, Brian.
Okay. Well, it's
I'm
tasty. You're
getting
just
the
not
battle
sure
out of
that
the way.
you can identify what's in it.
Thugrin and Oakenclaw will not partake of the soup. He kind of leers at it, this wild-haired dwarf, nibbles on the rations and feeds a few rations to Oakenclaw.
Oh, Ruckus will try. He'll like tug on the elf's cloak or whatever and just point to his open mouth.
Eat everything, you're a goblin.
Aviana's probably just gonna be like sitting in the wagon, like trying to write something in a book, but every time the wagon like jostles, she has to like stop, and she just seems really
Scribble.
frustrated that like she's trying to write something out, and she's having a lot of difficulty.
don't think you're going to have a lot of luck with that right now. Said Aviana.
Well, it's something to do to pass the time, and well, I don't have much else to do.
Fair enough. So, what's cooking, halfling?
It's definitely stew. It's some sort of meat, I assume.
Yeah,
Pretty good. You should try it.
there's meat in there.
I think the dwarf's a vegetarian, so don't offer him any. That's my theory so far.
Eating
I
like a
will give-
leek.
I will give the stew a try.
Yeah, so the stew is quite good, actually, probably by your standards. If you want to identify what's in it, you can make a survival check.
And roll above an 8.
Ha!
A 4.
Wow, natural
Well,
one.
it's you think it's food. You're actually not sure. I mean, maybe it's just mushrooms. Maybe it's vegetarian.
Oh, can I try too? Did he give me
You-
some?
You can.
Okay.
Anybody knows eating
We're
chicken.
gonna identify this. I'll eat it.
One of us.
Lyra will
One
eat
of us.
it too.
The miss.
This
the
mystery
is-
Wow.
This mystery stew.
A 13.
Come on,
Well,
Lyra.
a 13 is good enough. So this actually, Lyra, this tastes like venison.
Okay.
Maybe you've had venison before.
Yes.
That seems to be the primary food or protein component. It also has some vegetables in it. There's some potatoes, at least.
And a leek.
Say good
Oh, you rolled high
stew.
enough to identify potatoes.
Good stew.
You know, potatoes.
I'm sorry, but potatoes aren't part of my culture, so I don't recognize them.
Potato, potato.
You're all to be cursed for tasting of the deer meat. Heard stories about people growing tails and jumping off into the woods after having too much venison.
I've eaten a lot of venison in my life, and I still don't have a tail.
It's coming any day, lassie. Coming any day.
So this part of Isger is pretty sparsely populated. As you pass sort of the terrain, it mostly consists of small rural farms and isolated communities. It's temperate. There is a light rain in the afternoon, and there's a rich smell most of the time of damp earth wafting on a pleasant breeze. The trail you're following winds its way through the lowlands here, occasionally passing along streams and through small bits of forest. There is occasionally game that you see animals, like deer, for example.
That looks tasty.
Yeah, so we get to the end of the first day, and most of the rest of the caravan, you stop. It's time to rest for the night. It appears that you stopped in an area that has been used before. It may be that this path is somewhat like measured. There's no inn here, but it looks like this is sort of a campground or kind of the equivalent. There's plenty of room to create a fire, which some of the other folks in the caravan do.
I will use produce flame.
So you can light the fire. So at this time, Bort approaches you. So Cookie has sort of been showing you all around. Here's what we're doing and letting you know what's happening next. But Bort approaches you and says, "Well, it is time that I can actually introduce you to, well, most of the rest of the caravan. You, of course, have met Cookie. He waves over a couple of folks and introduces Ulf. And Ulf,
Oh no.
Oh no.
And he says, Ulf and Ulf, they're brothers. You can probably tell. Ulf and Ulf are, well, they're our muscle. They're our teamsters. If you need anything heavy lifted when we stop, ask them to do it. They're happy to help. And they kind of nod and they both smile. Hello. He also introduces, and I am setting these to be edited in case you would like to make notes. He also introduces this woman. He says, "This is Tamley. Tamley is my second. She, she's in charge of the folks. I'm in charge of the customers. She's in charge, really, of the caravan. Let Tamley know if you have any issues, like missing underwear." And he eyes Ulf or both a little bit as he says this. And he says, "We do have a final member. Her name is Glenda. She apparently is on a character sheet and not a handout. And he says,
Glenda.
She's probably around here somewhere, but she doesn't usually partake in our fires, but she'll take good care of the animals, and if she says hi to you, that means she really likes you. So don't take it personally if she never says a word to you in our entire journey. She's really quite lovely." So the fire is made, food is prepared, and Bort says, "Well, come, tell me about yourselves. Who have I hired?"
Did you hire us or did we hire you? Thought it was the other way around.
I hired you and discounted my services, so sort of both.
Well, because normally when I get a job, I don't have to pay the person. It's usually the other way around.
Oh, is that how that works?
You're being paid in discount.
Wait a minute.
Well, it's better than being paid in script, I guess.
I want to know the story of why a halfling is carrying such a big weapon around.
Well, as it happens, I was on a caravan just like this one on a night just like this, and we were beset upon by ogres.
Oh.
And one of the ogres lost his weapon, and so I picked it up and I swung it at him, and I swung really clumsily the first time. I almost tripped and almost fell down, and then so he started laughing at me because he thought it was so hilarious, and that made me so mad. So I picked it up again and I swung it, and it split his skull right in half.
Hey, that's a good one. You're all right, I suppose. You, goblin, where are you from?
Oh, I don't know. Here and there and everywhere. I got very lost somewhere around the mountains and then around that tree, and now I'm here.
You sound like the goblins of the Chitterwood. Always chittering. That's how it got its name.
Oh, maybe. Is that what you call it?
Aye, the Chitterwood. I come from there, from a proud clan of forest dwarves. Bitterbark clan has lived in those woods for generations. I whip out my clan dagger, which is a sharpened piece of petrified wood. But you best not cross us, or my dear Oakenclaw here, he's as like to rip your arm off as look at you. Ain't that right, boy? It's the best paid wary. You, half-elven one, you look like you got a couple wicked blades on you. Did you have to kill to get those?
I'd rather not disclose that information.
So you're a murderer then?
I would call it more for hire.
A murderer for hire?
I can be your
don't
best
know that
friend
that's much better.
or your worst enemy. It just depends on how nice you are to me.
Hmm.
Wow, I don't want to hire somebody to be my enemy. That does not sound like a good deal.
You there, in the
Bort
books.
laughs heartily.
Book lady. I'll tell you now, you're not going to find any knowledge in those books. Oral tradition's the only way of disseminating knowledge that's reliable.
True.
Hey, the goblin knows what's up.
Here, here, says Bort.
She's
Hey.
gonna.
I am a great storyteller of the oral tradition, trained in the ways of my people.
She's gonna close her book and just kind of look at the dwarf for probably a good like 10-15 seconds without saying anything. Well, it seems we have quite a talker over here. Quite a talker, don't we? I'm really on this mission just to get back to where I'm, just to the city, and then hopefully I won't be disturbed as much again. If you must know, I'm from a place quite a bit hotter than here. Yeah, quite a bit. Syrian.
Don't know where that is.
I'm not surprised in the least. Not at all.
Can't trust humans. Can't do it. And then you, Nightly One.
Bort says, Osirian, eh? I've only been to Osirian once, but, well, you'll ask me another time, I'll tell you the story.
Look finally to Ardor like, you haven't said anything. What's up with you?
I'm starting over.
From what?
I don't like to talk about it.
You sure ask a lot of questions.
I've been living by myself for 20 years. This is the first time I've talked to somebody that's not a bear.
I thought that 20 years was like 15 minutes for a dwarf.
It's not been that long. I'm just saying. It's been a minute. But I got the high and low of you.
What happened to the rest of your clan? Why don't you talk to them? Do they not like you?
We of the
I can
Bark
understand how they
Biter
feel.
We of the Bark Biter clan are proud hermits. Each and every one. We rarely see each other except for a family reunion every 50 years. And that's plenty for me, if you ask me.
Bort looks at you and says, that's a strange sort of dwarven clan you have.
Not too strange, cuz we're all dwarves here. You know, in a sense. We're distantly related.
You should take a trip to the Five Kings Mountains. It's really...
Oh, yeah.
It's also really worth then leaving and going other places.
Highfalutin city dwarves think they're so special. I'm gonna go find that gnome. Where's she at?
Are any of you great heroes?
No.
Well, I'm a great hero, certainly. I don't know about Stanley.
And really, heroes are a matter of subjective opinion.
I don't think
You know,
so.
one person's hero may be another person's villain.
No, I think the stories make it pretty clear.
I can tell you a story of heroism if you're ready. If you really want.
Alright, let's hear it.
Story time.
Scooch.
The Five Kings Mountains. This was, maybe 50 years ago. None of this caravan was here. I imagine Tamley or Ulf were not even born. Cookie was probably still old, but he hadn't signed on with me yet. And Glinda, who knows about her? But we were traveling through the Five Kings Mountains, and our caravan was captured by none other than a fire giant. This fire giant was hungry. He had already eaten 7. Count them. 7 of my horses.
Oh, that's
He took
terrible.
me, and he said, "I'm going to eat you first because I can tell you are in charge." So he took me and he picked me up, and I'm not a very large dwarf, as you can see. He picked me up, and as he was lowering me into his kettle, I called out to him, "Frost or giant, fire giant, listen to me. Have you heard of this special herb that can be found here? It's called Frost Bloom. It's quite spicy. When you eat me, you know you'll want the Frost Bloom. It'll make everything taste better." And you know me, I'm the most charismatic man I've ever met. And he sent me to go find some of the Frost Bloom.
Really,
So
you
I did.
convinced him to send you.
I did. He believed me. Although he was tall enough, he could probably see where I was going. And what I really had to do was I had to save all of my guards and my workers, because if I just ran away, he would eat them, and that would be very unheroic. So I found this Frost Bloom. I dropped it into his soup, and I told him to taste it to make sure that he liked it. He tasted it, and he liked it, maybe just for a second, before it froze his mouth shut, and then we were all able to escape in the confusion.
Whoa.
I don't believe you.
Hold on.
To be honest,
I have
also
a
going
roll
to
for
be.
that. I mean, so one question: do you not believe him, regardless of the results of a check?
No, you can make a check against my will DC.
I would also like to ask
So
you
it
to
is
think about whether I.
Yeah. So let's do that. All right. What is everybody's will DC?
19.
Oh, I think it's actually perception.
Perception DC. 17.
How do I know?
On the right, the
So
bonus to
your
perception.
DC, your X DC is just X plus 10.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
17.
To the right.
16.
No.
And
Right.
Aviana, you have a
Here's the
different
16.
DC, right?
Yeah. Perception
Yes.
is
If he's
This is your-
specifically.
That's right.
Well, so
Use perception to roll initiative.
I guess as let me see. What is my? I assume I did this correctly. Yeah, marginally. I'm gonna like question parts of his story. Maybe like I don't know if frost giants are that stupid.
Oh, they are.
And
I-
does
when I-
that flower even grow in that? Does that flower even exist?
So what is your deception DC?
15.
Okay. So I heard nothing above a 17.
Right. Mine's 17.
You all believe him. It's definitely true.
Yeah, I wanna question him, but only because I'm trying to get him to embellish his story more. Like, are you sure you didn't trip the giant into the cauldron? Are you sure you didn't slay the giant? Are you sure you didn't? You know, he's just trying to make it a more grandiose story.
So as you kind of talk to him, you talk him up, and he is willing to go up as much as you are willing to push him.
Oh, whoa, we're gonna make an epic.
Are you gonna make a song about it?
Well, I am really happy to meet each one of you. I'm sure this is going to be a lovely journey. We have excellent food, and by the way, the food is good. This one isn't a stew. This is roasted. Probably, you could probably kind of figure out, or you can ask. Probably rabbit, and ironically, rabbit and carrots. But it is, it's like freshly roasted.
Thugrin is not eating any of that whatsoever.
Yeah.
He'll keep
You're
your
eating-
rations. You're not eating the animals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not even the carrot?
No. dry rations and hardtack.
That is good, Rabbit.
Blech.
You don't know what you're missing, Dwarf. I mean, Thurgrin?
Thugrin, Barkbiter. I don't need to eat animals, so I won't. The animals know much more than they let on. They're wise in this woods. Speaking of which, where's that gnome what's friends with all these animals? I'd like to talk to her.
Yeah, so Ulf and Ulf kind of look at each other and they say, one of them says, you probably don't really know which.
Speak
Yeah,
tandem.
one of them says, well, she might be with the horses, or she might be out walking out on her own. Luck finding her. I think maybe the other one says, I think maybe I saw her go that way.
Alright, thank you, twins. Come, Oakenclaw, we're going to find this gnome.
Make a, let's see, if you want to find her, make a survival check.
Just by a show of hands, who else finds that bear nerve-wracking?
Incidentally,
Lyra's.
the bear is small.
It's a small bear.
It's like the size of a dog.
Yeah, it's a small bear.
You know, he is small. He's a baby bear. But
Small is relative.
Oh yeah, the same size as the goblin and the halfling.
It's just a little bear.
Lyra would probably be okay with it.
I'm not concerned about the bear.
My compliments to Cookie.
Cookie just.
18 survival.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to figure out where she's gone. She's made her own little camp area, a few yards into the woods from where the horses are. Well, they're not really stabled, but from where they're sort of tied up.
Milling about.
And she's sitting on her own, eating her own rations, her own dry trail rations. She kind of looks at you as you approach.
Wordlessly, I go and sit by the fire with her and have Oakenclaw kind of come up around beside me.
She looks at you, and you can see she is a gnome, if I didn't point that out. And she does have bright green hair, because gnomes typically have bright hair here, and hers is green. She looks at you.
I make Oakenclaw go over and lick her face.
Have Oakenclaw make a persuasion. Oh, he's not. He can't actually.
Persuasive bear.
Cannot make a persuasion check. Okay, so Oakenclaw walks over to her and gets about an inch away from her, and she says something to him, and he stops. And she didn't talk in a language. She just said
Bear speak.
bear speak.
I nod approvingly.
She just looks at you.
I call Oakenclaw back over to me and then just sit silently by the fire in her company, not saying anything.
She'll get up and she'll sit kind of as far away from you as she can and
That's
still
fine.
be next to the. She doesn't leave, but
Sure.
she doesn't say anything.
That's fine. We
Well,
don't need words.
She
This
was
is fine.
sick. But yeah, she's
We
A
sit
little
by
bit
the
of
fire and
on
munch
the
on
other
rations.
side of the fire. Yeah.
Sure, no problem.
Would anybody like to get up to anything this evening?
After Thugrin leaves, Aviana's just gonna say, "The sound of silence can't be overrated. Cannot be overrated."
But then it is
Before
broken by
going-
a dramatic campfire performance.
Bongos.
Yep.
Ulf and
A
Ulf
drum circle.
Yes.
So yeah, they each grab a pot and a spoon, and they start banging along with you. Make a performance check. Just let's see.
Yeah,
how
I'll pull out my little war rattle. I'll pull out one of my hand puppets, and I'll go to town telling stories. That's right. He is trained in the art of puppetry. Not really, but for our sake.
Puppetry check.
I imagine it's like just a sock puppet with like a button eye glued on, or like sewn in, or whatever, kind of hanging off.
Lore theater. That's kind of what that is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good performance. It's good.
Puppetry lore.
Yeah. So, you have a good time, some of you, and eventually the night kind of comes to an end. They do set a watch, but between Ulf and Ulf and each of you, the watches are pretty short, and everybody gets a really easy good night's rest. And then you set out the next day.
I would like to, at the beginning of the day, prepare my spells and switch over one of my spells.
Yeah, so you and Aviana can both adjust your spells if you would like, because it's a new day. And you set out, and day 2 is kind of more of the same. And anybody can jump in here if they would like, but day 3 is also kind of more of the same. Anybody have anything in particular?
Yeah, on the second day, I would like to. No, I don't want that one. I would like to cast a spell on the stew.
Okay.
I would like to cast Read Aura on the stew.
You cast Read Aura. Yeah, the stew is non-magical.
Okay, I feel safer.
I
feel better.
It is food.
Okay.
If you are being particularly paranoid, I could do a secret medicine check for you to detect poison if you are that paranoid. But you would have the thing is, you would have to at least pick it up and smell it, and you get a penalty if you're not tasting it. At least like
no. Okay. I don't think that I will do that. When I know it's not magical, I feel a little bit better about it. I don't feel like preparing purify food and drink.
Okay.
So, if we get to the
just
third
purify
day,
the meat out of it.
if we get to the third day, I'm gonna change my spells back.
Yeah.
So,
second day. Anybody else?
Lyra is going to like find like a big stick or like a board or something, and she's gonna start carving like etch marks in it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just do that.
Okay.
No, there's probably, she probably does about, she does quite a few. She's not gonna, like, talk to anybody about it. She's just gonna, like, kind of sit in her corner just doing that.
Okay. Tamley notices you doing this, and she says, "We have ink and paper, you know."
Well, I'm also carving this with my saber. She's like, I'm like, I prefer my saber to pen and paper.
Just kind of shrugs. Have it your way, I suppose.
But thank you for the offer.
I'm gonna try and pester people in the caravan for like more stories out of them, but if I can't get anything, then I'm gonna try and spend more time with Bort, get more stories out of him, and then dramatically replay them for people in the off time.
Yeah. So Bort is full of stories. He is happy to tell you, like, basically as many as you want.
Excellent. I'm happy to embellish them.
Yeah. He says, "Feel free to tell them. Just make sure that you credit me as the hero of the day."
Oh
And
yeah.
coincidentally, in all of them, he is the hero of the day. They are his stories.
I'm just enamored.
All right. So day 2 passes uneventfully. It again rains. That's 2 days in a row that it rains. Just a little bit of sprinkling though.
Is it a covered wagon or is it uncovered?
These wagons are, so they have a covering that you can put up, but it makes them, it like increases air resistance, and so it slows them down. So if it really pours, they will, and Cookie will tell you this, if it really pours, they'll put up some coverings. But by default, the wagons are uncovered.
Can I get a sense? Well, shoot. I want to see if I can get a sense of how much progress we're making and if we're in general still going the right way.
Yeah, that is a. Let's see if this is a secret check or not. That is definitely a survival check.
Okay.
Would be cover tracks, track, sense direction. It is a secret check.
Okay, I can make my secret survival check.
Hashtag survival. I'm not joking, that's my macro.
Hashtag survival.
So you are just doing sort of the basic, are we still going the correct
right way? Yeah.
So that is clearly yes. You are definitely, so you're going south-southeast is the direction you're pretty consistently going. You are following a path.
Sure.
So that also is a clue that you are still going the right. But like occasionally the maybe once or twice so far the paths have branched. So you do appear to be going roughly the correct direction. I mean, you're going very far, so it's hard to say like super precisely. And you've probably never been to you've never really been anywhere, have you?
No, he's a hermit, so he stays mostly in the Chitterwood.
Yeah, so you certainly don't know your destination, but you're not going west when you're supposed to be going south.
Okay.
As far as how far you have to go, based on your best estimation, you are making like slow but appropriate progress. You're not zooming along. But it does. This is going to be a several-week trip, which is about what he said as you started. So, roughly on time.
Okay.
So, it's back on. Okay. As you break camp the third day, Bort announces that you should arrive at the town of Etran's Folly by nightfall, and he promises a comfortable bed for the night as a reward for a long day's travel. As you look around, you notice that the Teamsters, Ulf and Ulf, share a chuckle between them and trade knowing glances and subtle nods. But soon enough, you're on the road again, and the wagon bounces and creaks along this uneven trail. Anybody have any particular or interesting things they would like to do on day 3?
Absolutely not. Arter sulks in the wagon as he has done the previous 2 days.
Oh man, we got 3 sulkers. This is gonna be good.
I can respect that.
3 talkers and 3 talkers.
Huh.
Oh, it's funny. All the little ones are full of energy and talkative, and all the tall ones are somber.
Ain't no good being tall. There's stories of the taller you get, the more your life becomes miserable, because the longer your heart is, and the more capacity for sorrow it has. If you've got a short, shriveled heart, you don't have time for that.
Oh, I think I know those stories.
So what you're saying is that dwarves lack compassion.
That can be said. That could be assumed, yes. I do have the skill feat dubious knowledge, so I'm playing that up a little bit.
So if you critically fail, you get even more bad information. Is that right?
Yeah, it's when you fail a recall knowledge check using the skill, you learn one true and one erroneous knowledge, but you don't know which is which. I learned one true thing and one false thing, but I've no telling what's what.
I will keep that in. And the best thing is you don't know if you failed.
Nope.
Unless I just tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to make a couple of checks here. Who is trained in survival? Or actually, let's put it this way. Who is paying attention to the area around you and the wild?
Oh, Super Thugrin.
I'm
the druid for sure.
Does T3 mean trained?
Yes.
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 So you don't actually have to be trained. You just have to be paying attention.
Well, yeah, once I finish my carving my marks, this is a different day, I'm paying attention.
I'm not really paying attention. I'm kind of lost in thought. So yeah, definitely not paying attention.
I am
paying
paying
attention.
attention.
I'm too busy trying to bother people. Tell
I'm
me your
paying
story.
attention.
So Thugrin's the only one paying attention?
I think everyone
No.
but the bard and the wizard
Everybody but okay.
Yeah.
is at least somewhat looking at the road.
Anything not to be left alone with my own thoughts.
I'm trying to avoid talking to the dwarf by looking out the window.
Dwarf just looks at your big weapon.
Don't make eye contact.
Hey, I think this would be nature.
Also,
I also trained at that. So.
Hashtag nature party.
Mm-hmm.
I am not trained in nature.
Roll 20. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be trained for this. Okay. So Thugrin, Ruckus was not looking. Appropriately enough, Thugrin and Lyra, you notice that the wildlife here is maybe a little thinner than you would expect, and occasionally, Thugrin, you see areas of trees that, like, you see a scorch mark on a tree, or you see sort of like gashes in trees, or actually no, at least once you see a crossbow bolt sticking out of a tree. Yeah. That is what you see, unless you would like to investigate further.
Nah, I point out the crossbow bolt sticking in the tree. Is the crossbow bolt like in a damaged or otherwise burnt tree? Like, are they in the same vicinity?
No. So this is just a tree with a crossbow bolt in it. It's a relatively old tree. It's a medium-sized oak or something along those lines. It's a hardwood.
Okay. I point out the crossbow bolt to the team, and then, especially looking at the halflings trying to avoid me, say, "Looks like there might be hunters in this wood. Best keep an eye out. If Oakenclaw gets a bolt in his flank, I'm going apeshit."
Crossbow bolt by itself is rather unremarkable, but
I can tell things in the woods that aren't supposed to be there. Spent a lot of time outside.
I'm with the dwarf. Does this look like a good place for an ambush? Like, if I was going to ambush a caravan, would I do it here?
So no, this area, not like sort of not yet. You're not. You appear to be in about a mile. You're going to go into some woods.
Okay.
But actually, as you look at the crossbow bolt that he pointed out, and you notice that it's rusty.
I was gonna ask that.
Strange.
It's been there a while. Of course, it does rain here all the time, so maybe not that long.
The caravan bounces on and sort of enters a small bit of forest. And you're in the forest for like a 2 hours. And as you come out into just what would be more like sparsely packed woods, Cookie shouts from the front of the wagon, "Up ahead is Plaguestone." No sooner does the call fade from his lips than it is overshadowed by a series of long, mournful howls emanating from either side of the caravan.
Is there a thunderclap as well?
There's not a thunderclap because the skies are clear. Moments later, you hear cries of panic as a pack of mangy wolves descends from the forest with their teeth bared. I would like everybody to please roll initiative.
Oh, jeez, here it goes.
In this situation, or in this game, is you roll perception. I think we've all played, actually. Maybe not Sarah on Roll20. So roll the perception, make sure the drop box is set to perception, and then click the initiative box.
Are tokens on the map?
Did you not? Oh, it's your old token.
Oh, I don't.
I mean, it's black for me as well.
Yeah, I don't see the map.
Black for you. Okay, you were supposed to be able to see the.
They might be looking at a different part. You can poll everyone to the location.
I am testing. Okay, let's turn.
No, there is a black rectangle on my screen.
How about that?
No, not for me. Still
Okay.
black.
I'm testing the new.
Dynamic lighting.
Yeah, and
Sometimes it's a little weird.
Tokens. It is faster. I've noticed that. But this one should be. Let me select tokens. I say it's faster, and then it won't let me select tokens.
Right.
Are they on the map layer?
No, I can select my token.
Oh, I was on the GM layer. That was my problem with selecting tokens. Dynamic lighting. Oh, I didn't give you vision. That's a.
You're blind.
Pretty important step, Patrick.
We were blindfolded.
I had
Stupid
I gave
humans.
you
We were blindfolded all along.
Open your eyes, humans.
Which reminds me, Thugrin has dark vision,
Hey.
and Ruckus has dark vision. Does anybody else have dark vision?
You have low light.
Yeah, I just have low light.
Hey.
I have regular vision. I can see regular things. I have a torch.
I'm slowly adding people here.
Excellent. Yeah, you gotta see in the dark in the Chitterwoods.
I was sure that I had added the ability to see on the setup map.
Do I click
It's
the
an important
first
ability.
I click the initiative button. Bonus to roll, nothing.
Okay, can anybody not see?
I still can't see.
I don't see the goblin's
Oh,
token.
your token is not there. That would help.
Get your head out of your ass,
So
goblin.
many of you. And also, the map is not totally accurate. It is actually like a little bit bigger than this.
I have to like
See.
put down my book
Here,
as
I'll
all this
reroll my-
activity is going.
Okay.
So like,
Perception.
Okay, so it did carry over. I will try and fix that. Alrighty, so let me go back to the GM layer so I can show you.
Did I do that right this time?
roles.
Now you gotta hit the initiative button, but that's okay.
Oh. Oh.
Unless you have a different bonus for.
No.
There you
Eventually
go,
I'll get
got
on
it.
the thing. There we go.
Yeah, so depending on what you're doing, you may roll different things in some circumstances. Like if you're sneaking around, you may roll stealth. But generally, you are going to be rolling.
Ah.
Yeah, I was like in the middle of a sentence I wanted to finish writing real quick before I started.
Where do they hide? That's the player handout. It's like sometimes really slow and sometimes really fast. Okay, these guys are this. I think the issue is there is so much in this module that it slows everything down. Okay. Five. Okay. Or 5 wolves. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay. Excellent. Alrighty. First up, we have Thugrin.
Okay.
So everybody is in the cart. It will be an action. So if you need to pick something up, that's an action. To get out of the cart or the wagon, it's just an action to jump down. You don't need to make an athletics check.
Okay. So we hear the howls. Cookie ominously says we're in Plaguestone. Are the wagons still moving?
So at this point, the horses have stopped, and they are you are no longer moving. So the wagons have all stopped.
Horses are spooked.
And Cookie said Plaguestone is ahead, and then immediately this happened.
Okay. What I'd like to turn around and shout to Cookie and say, "Calm the horses down. We're in their territory. We pass through and they'll leave us alone." And try to convince Cookie to do that. I don't know if that would involve a diplomacy check to convince him to do that, but
no, you can sort of ask him to do that. Although I would call that an action to communicate that amount of information to him.
okay. I'd like to request Cookie to calm the horses and keep moving.
So. Okay, yeah.
I'd be happy to make a diplomacy check if I need to.
No, you don't need to make a diplomacy check. You're fine. One action.
Okay. I do that. I am then going to use my other 2 actions to cast a spell, and I'm going to be casting Tanglefoot at this wolf over here, who I believe is just in range, 30 feet. So Tanglefoot. That is a 27. That's a natural 20.
That is a success.
This character is good. Is it a critical success?
Let me read this. Yeah, no, and that 20 is absolutely a critical success.
All right.
They're
They're immobilized and minus 10 speed for 1 round.
And that was this one.
Yes. Send out the vine to
Immobilized
repair the wood.
And
wolf.
minus 10 speed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It can escape against your spell DC, which is 17.
Yes.
Alrighty.
That's my turn.
Do the mobilize token.
Is it the bear's turn?
Yeah,
now?
mobilize.
The bear doesn't do anything unless I take an action to tell it to do something.
Yeah, he has to take an action
Huh.
for Oaken Claw.
Oh, but it still gets to roll initiative too, and has an initiative place.
I think it acts on my turn if I give it an action.
It's
got
not
it.
an initiative, it is a wolf's turn next.
Oh, I see.
This wolf. So this wolf is going to be angry. Is going to first action. So this wolf approaches. Actually, how much speed? Okay, plenty. As this wolf approaches, you can sort of hear it growl, like it growls, and there is like spittle and maybe a little bit of foam coming out of its mouth as it bites at Oaken Claw.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh. Thorgrin's gonna be mad.
Okay.
Nope.
12 against AC.
Misses my big bear flank.
Okay, and then I need to set this to. Where are options on these sheets? Wanted it to whisper, actually. Don't roll. I need it to prompt me for multiple attacks. Don't see the button for that. Oh well.
There's no customized roll section.
So normally you should just be able to, in the options, at least for PCs, you can just click a button to prompt for modifiers.
Yeah, bonus to roll.
Yeah, I don't see that on the NPC. Oh well, I will do it manually. Let's close this. I will make another attack. It's finesse, but not agile, so it's a -5. That's a 7. Second attack is a 7 against his AC.
No!
Just not going to hit. That is the wolf's entire turn. Lyra.
Okay, so
I hate to do this to you, Patrick, but I still cannot see.
You can't see, okay.
Yeah, so while everyone else is doing
I
their
will work
turn.
on that. Yep.
Thank you.
So I assume like if I have my like sabers like on me, I have to take them out. That's an action, right? Or
Yes, so it's an action to draw each weapon unless you have
Quick draw.
quick draw.
Don't think you do.
okay,
And
so
even then, it is an action it would just be one action to draw and attack.
All right, I did a dumb thing, Patrick.
We each deleted a different one. 1 second. I will drag you back on. Yeah, so it is an action to draw a weapon.
So you said if you draw an attack, that's one, or
If
If
you
you have quick,
oh, if I have
if
to
you have
draw.
quick draw,
Okay,
it's
that's
one
what.
action to draw and
Okay,
attack.
so I
That's
guess
a
I'll.
thing you can get eventually, but you don't have yet.
So I guess I'll use 2 actions to draw both of my weapons.
Okay.
I still can't see Patrick.
And then I guess I would have to use another action to jump down from the wagon.
Okay.
And So I assume would I just need? Ugh.
Yeah, so it is an action to jump down and land. You don't get any more movement after
Yeah,
that.
that's Why is it not?
Has to be on the mouse.
Roll 20. So I just guess I would just be like sit here but down.
So you just move yourself 5 feet away from
Okay.
the wagon.
Okay.
Or although, yeah, I mean, if you would rather be on that same space you were on, that actually works.
Okay. All right, because
Kind of your.
if I were gonna get off on this side, the other side, I would have to like move and get off. So it probably.
Yeah, you can basically move 5 feet from where you are.
Okay. So.
Can I yell something at Lyra as she jumps down as a reaction?
Sure, if it's short.
I would just yell, "Be gentle. These are sick beasts." Kind of with some sadness in my face and my voice.
I'll see.
All right.
If they bite me, I'm not gonna go easy.
So that's 3 actions for Lyra. Ruckus.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up
Lyra.
my battle rattle, and I'm gonna pick up my short sword. If those are 2 different actions, and then I am going to inspire my companions with a goblin war chant praising us and our story, our future storied accomplishments. Everyone get. I'll just put, since I'm going to be doing this a lot, but I'll just let you know what it does. So everyone gets +1 to their attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear effects. And I think that's my turn, right? Because I've drawn 2 things and
Yep,
Inspired
and
courage.
That's it.
inspired everybody.
that is your turn.
All right.
So
It is now another wolf's turn. So this wolf is going to. I guess it's going to go there, and it's going to attack as well. 14 against Oakenclaw.
14 against Oakenclaw. No, Oakenclaw defends off with his big bear flank. Just
And then it will attack again. For a 15.
that's what you needed to hit.
So, this wolf lunges for Oakenclaw. I need Oakenclaw to make me a fortitude save. So he takes
Oh no.
3 piercing damage, and I need him to make a fortitude save. Oakenclaw, can wolves howl? If so, Oakenclaw howls.
You mean
Uh,
bears?
Bears,
the
yes.
one's just to get first saves versus.
He takes-
roar,
he takes-
wolves howl.
He takes no piercing damage.
Okay.
As
Okay, so
Arter
that is a-
as Arter picks up like a sponge or something, or yeah, a brush or something out of that wagon.
Hey!
Just chuck to that.
whack, whack, whack.
And he gets an 18 on this fortitude saving throw.
That is a successful save on the fortitude save inducing effect.
I nod at Arter like, good human, good.
Luna.
Lena.
So somebody else already got off the cart, right?
Yep.
Lyra.
Okay. Cool.
Lyra.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna get off the cart.
Okay.
I'm only gonna take one action to take out my only weapon, and I'm gonna attempt to split this wolf's head in half.
Okay.
I am not being gentle.
Oh no.
We'll get a 1.
Oh. Oh no, poor halfling. Aw.
So a natural 1, you swing your giant great axe, and it just goes right over the wolf.
I knew that weapon was too big
Expecting
for
it to
you.
be Smaller.
You miss. All right, it is next a wolf's turn. So this is the immobilized and very slow wolf. The wolf is going to attempt to escape.
Okie dokie, DC 17.
That is a 25 to escape. So then
yes.
it takes a 10-foot status penalty to its move.
Mm-hmm.
And Oaken Claw, so exposed. That is the second action, and third action to attack Oaken Claw.
My
That's a
poor
14.
bear. Ha! No.
Next is another wolf. This wolf runs up here and is going to make a couple of attacks on Lena.
Oh shit. I just realized we skipped my turn because I had deleted my token.
Oh,
no.
yes. 19 will resolve this. 19 on Lena.
That will hit.
5 piercing damage as this wolf savages your leg. So that's 5 piercing damage, and you need to make a fortitude save.
This is not a fear effect.
It is not a fear effect.
It's 19 save.
A 19 does save. All right. I will. So, Arter, go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. Action to get off the wagon. Action to draw my longsword.
Okay.
Action to move around to here.
All right. Very good. So this wolf is going to take its last attack at a -5, and that is a 5 against Lena.
That will not hit.
Probably not going to hit. Then it's that wolf's turn again. Aviana. Oh, I think I accidentally. So it's actually before Aviana. It is this wolf. Accidentally rolled that other wolf twice. Oh, how?
I can't hear you.
I am adding a turn for this one that I accidentally rolled twice on another one. So 1 second. Put that wolf in. It got. We'll just say it got a 7. All right. So it's this wolf's turn. And let's see. Who should we munch on? I think. I mean, Lena, probably. I think Lena. First move, second attack, and third attack. So the first attack is a 17 against your AC.
That will miss.
And then the second attack is a 12.
That will also miss.
Nice.
Alrighty. So 2 misses. Aviana, your turn.
Okay, so she's gonna stand up in the cart, and because I imagine she was sitting down before all this
Nice
happened.
of you to join us.
Oh, probably.
Are you gonna put your book down and like mark the
Oh yeah,
page?
she put the book down. And she's gonna produce flame and fire it at the one that bit Lena.
Okay.
Do I have it clear? Because like I'm standing up, and Lena's
Yeah.
short, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's you can see just fine. Yeah. And don't forget your +1 bonus, because I believe it's an
So
attack
23.
roll. So a
Yep.
23 is a hit.
Does
For six fire damage.
So I can cast that spell too.
Do they get the
I
+1 on
noticed,
damage rolls for
and,
fire? Or no?
Sure. If it's just a +1, let me.
It's a
let me go back
+1
up.
to
Unless it's
+1 to
weapon.
attack rolls, +1 to damage rolls, and +1 to any save against fear.
Yes, so that is actually 7 fire damage. So you you smell, and Lena, actually, you smell this quite acutely. The smell goes from like damp, almost rotten, like fur. I don't know if you've ever like been in contact with like really gross, mangy dogs. But that's what this smells like. And then one of them catches on fire a little bit. So you're probably having a very good time.
So, do I make another fortitude save?
You do not. No.
Okay.
Nope.
So gross.
Nope. Just smells real gross. All right. Round 2.
It smells even worse on the outside.
It is Sigrid's turn.
That doesn't make any sense.
All right. Oakenclaw being surrounded is right freaking him out. Does not like this at all. So Thugrin's thinking we may need some help. He is going to pull out the holly and mistletoe from his pack, or from his belt pouch, really. This little sprig in his hand. He's going to hold that as an action. He's going to raise a shield as another action. And then he is going to command Oakenclaw. Give him 2 actions.
What 2 actions would Oakenclaw like?
Oakenclaw, take him down. Let's see. Have any of them been hit?
There's the one to the southwest. Is burning, probably very close to death. Yeah, just to the west of Lena.
Just to the west of Lena. Okay. Oakenclaw, I'll tell Oakenclaw to get that one, attack him with the jaws first.
Okay.
15.
A 15 will hit.
10 piercing damage.
Oakenclaw tears this
11
wolf
damage?
to pieces.
Yep.
Okay. Oakenclaw has a second action if that one is expired. Then he's going to use his claw against the one right to the west of him. So this is agile, so it's only a -4. I think for an NPC, if you go and switch it back to a character sheet and then put the bonus to roll check and then switch it back to the NPC, it does the thing. Yeah, it's because I did that for Oakenclaw, and it's showing the bonus to roll now.
Okay.
So this will be just a -4 on that. Even with that, that's a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
So 5 slashing damage to
5
one
slashing
in the
damage.
west.
Very good. So Oakenclaw does some real damage. This is animals tearing each other to pieces.
Savage.
This wolf is significantly injured.
The status penalty to speed is gone.
Yeah. Actually, the immobilized icon, but alrighty.
I'm done.
That is Thugrin and Oakenclaw. Wolf. It's this injured wolf. This injured wolf is going to get revenge.
Bring it.
So going to kill Oakenclaw 3 times. First attack, so 14,
Just
7,
misses. Nope.
and 6.
Nope.
So this wolf is attempting to tear Oakenclaw to pieces, but
He's a fierce old bear.
caught on his fur.
Yeah.
Lyra.
Okay, so I think with my 25 I can make it to there. Movement. So I'm gonna take 1 action to move. And because there's nothing about diagonal in this game, right?
There is.
There is?
Every second is 10 feet.
Sorry.
Where were you? Were you immediately south
It's
of Adriana?
Darklighter died.
I was right. No, I was
you're
right
right there.
here.
Oh, you were down there. No, so you
No,
can't make that.
Okay.
Or you were. Yeah, 25. You can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the measurement tool should be accurate.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And if you right-click while you're dragging your token, it measures automatically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that, and my mouse or computer is having a rough time.
Oh.
Or maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay, I figured it out. Ah. Okay. And then I am going to. I'm sorry. What does Hunt Prey do again?
Basically, you pick a guy, and it makes your bonuses for attack them multiple times very little.
Okay. So I guess Hunt Prey would be an action, and then Twin Takedown would be another action.
Yep.
Is Twin Takedown a single action or two actions?
It's a single action.
Very good.
Yeah. So if I just hit Twin Takedown, will it do it?
Yep. Which one are you hunting?
The one in front of me.
Okay.
South of you, okay.
Yeah. Do I need to roll something for that?
No, it just happens.
Okay. So, okay. I guess I have to roll twice then.
Yep, so just roll your first attack normally.
Second one with a -3, is it?
I had that. Don't I have the +1 from Garrett?
It's
Yeah, so it would.
do.
Yep.
And
So
flat-footed.
First one at a +1, and second one, don't add flat-footed to your stuff. I'll do it on mine because it is an AC penalty. 18 will hit. Go ahead and roll your second attack.
I didn't roll the damage. Oh, it's the
Although,
roll the damage for that one.
you
Start
never
on the
know.
damage.
Go ahead and roll the damage. Just let's see what happens.
Yeah, so click on that.
Okay, yeah. You kill this one. Just one
Nice.
slice. Boom, off goes the head.
Woo!
Okay.
So here's the thing: you have already committed, like you've done
Yeah.
Twin Takedown.
Yeah.
It targets one, so your second attack is
Yeah.
unfortunately lost.
That's fine.
But
But it did.
the attack was very successful.
I mean, I might as well attack twice if I can, even if I can't, because I kill him.
Nice. Well done. Well done.
Wise words.
Okay. One day it will let me click something, but Ruckus, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to continue inspiring the courage. I'm just putting it up there so I remember that I did it. Then I'm going to, I don't know, give some kind of war chant. I'm going to valiantly jump off the wagon on top of the. Wait, did she kill one? Is this one dead?
That one's dead.
Yeah, that one's dead.
I'm going to take his square because he's dead, and I'm going to strike with my short sword at this one here.
Okay.
1 second, please. Pacha.
Woo!
A 23 will hit. Yeah, not a critical hit, but it will hit. You swing your short sword. You swing your short sword and you slice this wolf.
Full damage.
It growls at you and turns to face
Oh.
you.
It's 3 damage. I'm inspired myself.
Oh yeah.
Wait, can I do that? Yes. You and all your allies.
You
I
and all your
inspire
allies.
Yep.
Yeah.
If something just references allies, you are not your ally, but your specific
Yep.
set counts you.
Alright.
So that is 1, 2, 3. No, that's 1, 2, 3 actions.
Yep.
Artemis.
Okay. I'm moving to here with a stride. And with first action, I'm going to strike against this one that's between Oakenclaw and me.
Okay.
Is flanking a thing?
It is. It makes it flat-footed.
Nice.
And opportunity attacks are rare, right?
Most creatures do not have them. Did you include your +1 bonus for Inspire?
I did include my +1 bonus.
You did. Okay, that is a hit for 5.
Alright. Well, 6.
Actually, no. That is a critical hit because it's flat-footed.
Okay.
So that is 12 slashing damage, and you kill this wolf.
Awesome. I'm going to use my last action to strike against this one, which I'm flanking with
Lyra.
Lyra.
Strategy.
Oh, there's flanking in this game?
There's flanking.
Yes!
I love flanking.
You're flanking with Diagon.
A -4.
Mm.
I get a 9.
So a 9 will not hit.
There. This ends my turn.
Oh God. Wonder,
Is it just being slow?
Yeah, it is like molasses for me. Like I click and I'm just waiting for the pop up so I can put the X over the one that somebody killed, Arter killed.
Wow.
Come on. Go. Comes and goes. All right, there we go. Mangy Wolf.
That's the one underneath
Dead.
Ruckus, which is dead.
Lena.
I am going to activate my rage,
Okay.
and I guess I'm going to attack this one because it's right there. So I'm going to
Sounds
click
like a
this
good
button.
idea.
I get a 1 to my bonus. Do I have a bonus? Does a 25 hit?
That is a critical hit for 32 slashing damage.
Oh my god!
Holy.
So I would prefer if you don't use the critical. I'm just going to double your regular damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
You
quicker.
don't like roll 2 damage on the crit or something.
I will.
Yeah, so either way, you completely destroy this
Super
wolf.
dead.
It is very dead. It is dead many times over. That's 2 actions. What would you like to do with your third?
Guess. I don't know. I don't have anything to do anymore. I'll move over to here. Wait, let me measure.
The joys of measuring.
Ha. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna go to here so that the
Flanking
bear
with
is
Open Claw?
flanking.
A
Thank you.
party of flanking.
Well, this
And-
poor wolf.
I am done.
These stupid wolves, no eye for tactics at all.
They really don't.
Do they at least get pack tactics? I assume that they did, but
Well, they could have eventually gained up on it.
You can make a recall knowledge check to determine that.
I don't have an action. Is that free?
Indiana, it is 1 action to do that.
We'll just do another regular old produce flame. Does that hit?
Tell me the number and I'll tell you faster.
It's a 15.
15 will hit.
I guess 16 with Garrett stuff. Oh,
15,
with
15 will still hit.
and an 8 for fire damage.
Okay, so you kill the final wolf.
Wow.
At this point, the rest of you, so you combust a wolf. This wolf was already injured, incidentally.
That went rather well.
Yeah, Thugen's kind of surprised. He was about to do something epic with his holly and mistletoe, and just kind of like puts it back in his pack.
Come on. Just do the thing, roll 20.
Do you have lots of
Yeah.
windows open in Roll20?
No, I have no windows open in Roll20. I think it's just that these pre-made scenarios are really slow, or it's the new lighting, which I might just turn off entirely. Okay, so you kill that wolf, and the rest of you hear a loud growling,
Uh-oh.
as another wolf approaches, and I am
Get
betting
on,
with
Wolfie boy.
on here. Let me grab some dice.
Ooh, we're having wolf for dinner tonight,
It
Cookie.
is going to be faster for me.
I don't think we should eat these wolves. I did a recall knowledge, and I think the meat did.
They do look a bit gammy.
It smells really bad when you cook it. Just FYI.
Oh.
We're not
Are you
cooking
sure?
the wolves. They're sick. There's something going on.
Well, they're not sick anymore.
glare at you, callous human asshole.
Okay.
Maybe it's some sort of plague.
I'm not even sure that they haven't been dead for a long time.
Okay, so this wolf will go. What's its initiative bonus?
Oh.
Oh, where did they put it on here? Just its perception. Okay, so that's 26, which makes it first in round 2. That's convenient.
Round 3.
Round 3.
It gets
Come
back
on,
last
I
time.
just need to put it on the token layer and then be able to move it. That's all I need to be able to do.
That wolf looks different than the other wolves.
Oh no, different wolf. Our archenemy.
About that. So it is
Wolf
going
number
to.
two. And it's not just a palette swap. It looks like it's a different sprite and everything.
So it's going to approach to here, and then it howls loudly.
Ooh.
Nat 20.
Wow.
So everybody, what does a critical success on a demoralized check look like?
Oh, bad.
They're frightened too.
Yeah, so everybody within 30 feet, which is all of you, are now frightened 2.
Oh no.
Oh, we get no.
I have a plus
no
one to
save?
my save against my frightened. 2.
It's
Yeah, it's not. It's against your. So
It's against me.
Would
to roll
a-
DC, so I
would
have plus
a-
1. Doesn't matter what the crit.
I'm sure it has its intimidation. So does a 28 not beat anybody's?
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Well,
Okay, so it's a critical success against everybody.
But with the
Um,
plus 1, it's exactly plus 10.
Yeah. So
Still
everybody is frightened 2, which means
Yeah. Status penalty to all
To
checks and DCs.
everything.
Yeah.
And also, AC is a DC. So your AC is all.
AC's DC? ACDC?
AC's a DC.
ACDC?
With its final attack, it's going to make a jaw attack against. This is
Lyra.
Lyra,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, Lyra.
So your AC's up there and it's a -2 right now.
26 against your AC.
Ooh,
Yeah.
because of the frightened, that's a critical hit.
Okay, critical hit.
Yeah.
Let me roll some damage here.
Eek.
Jaws. Okay. So that's piercing, acid.
Acid.
Guys.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so this wolf lunges at Lyra. You're gonna take a whopping 2. You're gonna take. Let's see. That's 6 piercing damage, 2 acid damage, and you are knocked prone as this wolf drags you to the ground.
Oh.
Thugrin, it's your turn.
So I was just about to put away my holly and mistletoe, but didn't have time for that as another wolf approached. Okay, don't like that. Then what I will do is first off command Oakenclaw.
Okay.
And I will have Oakenclaw. She's prone though. I don't know if you can flank when you're prone.
You can. Yeah.
You can? Great.
Yep.
So Oakenclaw's going to move over to... Oh, hey, Oakenclaw. There. And then he's going to turn around and go to claw at this caustic wolf. He's taking the -2. It's -2 to attack and damage when frightened too, yeah?
Frightened is a damage penalty.
It says all checks.
Frightened.
Yeah,
Use all
damage.
text theses.
Yeah, damage is not a check though. So it would be the attack roll.
Okay, just
Like,
attacks
damage
then.
roll.
Okay. So here's this. 12.
A 12 will.
When he's flat-footed.
I wasn't expecting to need to know where things are on this character sheet. AC, it's got to be in bold. A 12 will miss.
Okay. So that's my first action. And then Thugrin is going to... not yet. Seeing this beast savage into Lyra, he is also going to take Aviana's copycat Aviana and do's produce flame on it. So with a -2, because I'm scared. 17.
A 17, that's all of your stuff, yes.
Yeah, with a -2 on that.
17 misses.
Misses. Alright.
Yes.
Bad. Oh, not good. That's my turn.
Oh yes,
Lyra.
and the frightened condition reduces at the end of your turn.
Yes.
Down to -1.
Lyra, it is your turn. You are on your back. And this dog is this wolf is huge. It is growling. It is trying to tear you to pieces.
But not huge with a capital H. Huge with
No,
a small
yeah,
H.
huge,
Lowercase h.
yeah, huge compared to other wolves you may have seen.
Okay.
Oh, I get it.
It's large.
Not mechanically huge. It is
Being specific.
mechanically medium, but
Yeah, God, can you imagine?
I've seen bigger.
This is the most medium-sized wolf you've ever seen.
Extra medium.
so it is an action to stand up if you would like to do that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
Can you hunt prey that you're afraid of? I guess you probably
Sure.
can. I don't think it says anything about
True
that.
mark of a hunter is hunting
Yeah.
prey that even you fear.
So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do my twin takedown.
Sure.
Okay.
When you roll the attack, click on the name Sawtooth Saber.
Oh.
Yeah, you
And
can
then
roll attack
you're
against
taking a
them.
-2 right now for being afraid, so hit a -2 in there.
Nope, not negative 20.
Are you guys still inspired by my last song?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
we? Oh,
So
it
it's only a -1 penalty.
should -1 then. Which, I won't worry about my attacks missing.
So that's not gonna hit, probably.
A 14 misses.
And then,
Okay, and then this one is a -3.
okay.
Because the Rangers are so freaking good. They have it's a -2, -4 multiple attack penalty with her agile hunt prey weapons.
So
So
I,
it's a +1, -2, -2. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really
so
like Rangers
-3
in-
on the
in
second attack.
Pathfinder 2E.
Yeah, Rangers are pretty good.
whoa.
Yeah, 22.
A 22 will hit for
Yeah.
how much damage?
10 because it's 9 plus the twin is if you attack with the same weapon this turn, not if you hit or miss. It's just if you attack with it.
So it should be 11
Yeah,
because
Oh,
of the
plus-
inspire courage.
What about the
Uh,
frightened?
The frightened didn't
doesn't-
affect
Frightened
damage.
doesn't affect damage.
So
Okay.
Damage is not
yeah. Remember your +1s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 11.
Okay, you swing your sawtooth saber and you catch this wolf in the side. It yelps, but is still angry.
He going at me?
Okay.
Ruckus.
I'm gonna inspire courage again, and
Yeah.
with another war chant, and then I'm gonna rattle my battle rattle in a soothing way to try and heal some of Lyra's wounds.
We'll rattle it in a soothing way.
Battle
In a
rattle.
soothing way.
Soothing battle rattle.
So, 12 points of healing.
Okay, so
Good.
What's critical healing?
I don't know.
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
Not a
I
thing.
can't. I don't think I can make it
If,
not.
if you go to options,
And
where
turn
it
off.
says roll critical damage options, you want
Yeah.
to do either
Oh, okay.
don't roll critical damage or show a button to check.
critical healing.
Do say no because it's really frustrating if you do a critical hit, roll snake eyes, and see that your damage would have been higher if you had not gotten a critical.
Okay.
It all evens out. but-
Don't roll critical damage. Excellent.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks. I don't know. I critically heal somehow.
They did not have that option when I played.
Okay.
So-
Oh, and you also get +2 versus saves against mental effects.
What kind of bonus is that, and what kind of? They are both status bonuses, so they don't stack.
Yeah.
So if there is a fear effect, they do not stack.
Okay. Yeah, but it's +2 versus +1.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, you're feeling that my rattle is real and soothing.
I'm not rattled by the rattle.
Soothing rattle.
And soothe, I assume, is 2 actions to cast.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. 1 for the Inspire Courage, 2 for the Soothe spell.
All right, Arthur, your turn.
I am going to stride up, and I'm going to try to attack this wolf.
Alrighty.
How does an 18 hit?
And 18 hits.
Alright, that does 9 slashing damage. And with my last action, I'm going to don my shield, I guess.
All right. Come on. Come on, I just need to remove hit points. Do it real quick. 9 slashing damage. Okay, you swing your sword, and you injure this wolf, but you do not kill it. Yeah.
I'm gonna move to here.
Use that big
And-
thing
I'm gonna greatly attack this thing.
greatly.
I get a -1 because it's -2 + 1, and a
A 16. So you swing this huge axe,
we are flanking it.
and that's a good point. You're flanking. You hit.
Yay!
You hit. Does clumsy? That's just dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So you hit. For 14 slashing damage, you cut the shoulder off of this wolf, and it falls to the ground, still snarling. And this stream of green liquid comes out of its mouth,
I'm gonna move back.
sprays all over the ground as it dies.
Okay, my last action, I'm gonna get away from that.
You can do that. You can flee with your third action. But that appears to be all the wolves.
Can we make some kind of knowledge check on the green
Yeah.
liquid?
Thugrin's gonna
Yeah.
come out and look at the
Absolutely. The first question that Arthur needs to know the answer of: were these undead?
So undead would be. Let me roll you. This is all going to be secret check.
I am trained in religion, but I also have undead lore.
Which one's higher?
Religion.
This creature appears it's clearly very sick and clearly like fucked up in some way, but you don't think it's actually undead. It doesn't have you can see it's just like it still has a heart. It is
Unlike
warm
a dwarf.
when you touch it. It appeared to have been alive. Who else wanted to make checks?
Thugrin would like to go up to the wolves and see if he can't tell if they've had some disease or mange or rabies or what that might be affecting them.
Yeah, I want to know why there was green liquid.
If I can do it. Recall knowledge on my medicine check. Remembering my dubious knowledge if I fail.
Okay. Yeah. So you approach, you look at the smaller wolves, and it looks like they have, like, there's clearly something wrong with them. Like their fur is mangy. They, they have these oozing pustules. They were clearly sick in some way. It's not a disease that you have ever heard of or know of. This you've never seen anything quite like this. And in particular, the big wolf. Like, what was this stuff that came out of its mouth? You look at it, and it looks like there is a sack like deep in its throat. So it looks like it might have been able to spit that at you had it lived for more than one round. But this is not. This is strange.
Okay.
Can I make like a Arcana or check to see if it's magical or like has some sort of like magical underpinning or something?
Yeah, so you can do an Arcana check. You can also cast Detect Magic, or what's the one that Thugrin did earlier? The single item.
Read Aura.
Read Aura.
Yeah, I switched that spell back out, so I don't have it anymore.
I mean, Detect Magic would detect if it's currently magic. I guess I want to know, like, does it have a magic origin, maybe,
sure.
too?
Yeah, yeah. Is this a magical thing that you have heard of? I am very slowly rolling your check, if you're not. You have never heard of anything like this. If anything, you think this, like, the stuff does not appear to have been magical. As far as you can tell, it's biological in origin.
What Thugrin's gonna do is take out his sickle and begin using it to drag the wolf bodies into a pile back here.
Okay.
While doing that, he wants to say, I suggest we burn them. Burn out the corruption.
Yeah, so Bort runs up, and do I have a... Sure, I have a token for Bort. You can have a copy of it.
He's way over here.
No, he is way down there. So Bort runs up.
We dwarves are slow.
And it is worth mentioning that there were other wolves that, like, he and the other members of the caravan were, like, trying to beat back with sticks. As soon as this large wolf died, the other small wolves ran away. So he runs up and says, "Oh, is everyone okay? Oh, wow, you killed them all. At least the ones that were here."
We did what had to be done. I didn't like it. Something's wrong with these animals. I intend to find out what.
Ruckus, I think you have a new story, because we have 7 new heroes, I think. When we
Aw.
get to Plaguestone, I will buy each of you a drink. No, I will buy each of you dinner and drinks.
Oh, Ruckus dances around so happily at the compliment, the ends of his ears turning pink.
Could
I'm so happy I brought you on. We would have been torn to pieces without you.
it's surely not just some coincidence that we are going to a place called Plaguestone, and there seems to be plagued animals around.
It's a little on the nose.
He says, "Well, it's
Where
not-
did that name come from?
Mm.
I
It's
would
not-
like to know that.
It's not actually called plague. There's a whole story. There was a plague, and actually called Etran's Folly, but they have the Plaguestone. The Plaguestone is a thing. I'll show you. I'll show you when we come into town. There is a Plaguestone. The town is actually called Etran's Folly, but most folks call it Plaguestone on account of the Plaguestone.
Mm.
But the plague was years ago, and things happen all the time. Bandits, wolves, bears. He looks at the bear. Bears, angry badgers, rocks. You never can tell. Ice giants, fire giants, snow giants, rock giants. That's why I always bring someone with swords and magic, and preferably a half dozen people with swords and magic, because you never know what can tell or who will try and take my gold or my trade goods. Now, and he looks around and he notices, damn. He approaches the horses, and the horses are sort of calming down. Cookie is calming the horses, and Tamley approaches, and she is working actually quite directly with these horses to calm them down. But the cart has been pulled off the side of the road into a bit of a rut. Tamley says, "We're going to need some help with this. Can all of you help us push or pull? We need to get this back on the road."
As I'm still trying to drag the wolves over here with the intent of building or lighting them on fire, I command Oakenclaw to go and push from the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help.
I will help push.
I will also help.
Everyone helps. I feel like
Not me.
Ruckus is just hanging off the back of the cart.
Yeah, so
Not
anybody
strong.
who would like to attempt to help push the wagon, I keep saying cart, but it's a wagon. Like to attempt to push the wagon back onto the path can make an athletics check. You do not have to be trained to make this check.
Oh yeah, I'm just hanging off the back. I'm not even pushing. My feet don't even reach the ground.
Jeez, Oakenclaw, slacking. Arter just hulking out over there.
I think a bear would be better at athletics.
He got hit. Oakenclaw defended against a lot of attacks.
24, 11, 7, 13, and 14.
I slip a little bit in the mud.
Well,
Graz.
so Arter does the work of two folks. Two people, two humans. And after a bunch of pushing along with Bort, Cookie even tries to help a little bit. Tamley is clearly stronger than Cookie, but you're all putting your strength into this, and you eventually get the cart back onto the road. But unfortunately, everybody except for Arter, who attempted to push, is now fatigued.
Oh,
On account of you all suck at this.
no.
So you spent so much time pushing that you're tired. So everybody is fatigued.
I mean, other than him, we all rolled an 8 or lower.
Hmm.
So
Bummer.
so Thugrin and Arter are not very tired. Everybody else is fatigued, and to clear that, you will need a good night's rest. But you get the caravan back on the road, the path, and everybody gets sort of settled down. The horses are settled down. Thugrin, you find a good place that is not on the road, but also not in the middle of the woods. You clear off, and you use. Do you have a spell to just cast?
Produce flame. Baby.
Yes, you produce flame, and you burn the bodies. It smells even worse, burning all of them together. And the big one smell. It's awful. You're happy to be leaving this behind. But you all climb into the wagon, and you make your way into Etran's Folly, and that's where we will pick up next time.
Woo!
As you arrive in the town of Etran's Folly.
As we're going away from the burning wolves, they could just mutter into himself, "I will find the plague that did this, and I will end it." But poor Oakenclaw is
Fantastic.
tired. Yay.
Fantastic.
What a fun group of traveling companions.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
beat the shit out of those wolves. Holy crap!
Yes, you did. You did really well.
Just-
And then we
Dang.
failed to push a
We
wagon.
Yup. Yep.
I will
very
try not to
melee
compare this
focused
too much
party.
to when I ran it or to when I played in it, but did very well.
Yeah. Good job, everybody.
Actually, let's do. So we're gonna do actual,
Jeez.
honest to God
Experience points.
experience points.
Oh my god, because
Not
they're so much
milestones.
easier in this game.
Easier for actually, I was gonna say easier for you. It's actually not that hard. As long as I scale it up, the XP is the same. So this was where is it? I need to flag it. When I went to Target today, I should have bought some book flags because I need that.
Yeah, buck
I have
flags.
some for you.
Oh.
I didn't use all of them.
The award. So I just need to add it up. Let's see. So adversary level, we have. Five times. Then. No, it's not. I was thinking it was a little easier than it is. I thought it would just. If I just looked at severe, that would tell me, but it looks like the answer is in there. So this one was party level. So that is 180 XP.
Yay. 18% of the way.
18% of the way.
Yep. And that might,
180.
no, make it 200. 200.
200?
Yeah.
Even better.
20% of the way there.
Woohoo! We did it.
Exciting.
Where do we?
I will.
I'm
I'll have to double check because like
Alright.
it scales and you scale.
It's all controlled. But
Yeah, I may message you and amend that because that might be
Sure.
too much or too small. But
well, we'll get to the bottom of this Plaguestone next time on the Fall of Plaguestone.